Do your top 10 movies suck? Perhaps. DadMan and I are going to be the judge. Dozens of you guys sent us your recommendations, or not recommendations, your top 10 lists after we did.
Well, it was tens of thousands, but we picked a select dozen or so.
Well, we had to cut out all the people who weren't in our actual region. It's region locked. I don't know if you guys knew this. Your comments are region locked. So if you're not on planet Earth, then you're not allowed to comment.
Which is discrimination, but...
You would be surprised by how many Martians love horror movies.
Well, yeah. There's a lot about them, so, you know.
Anywho, we have exactly 150 unique movies that were put onto these top 10 lists. We're going to go through the newest to latest comments, going through your list and rating it. A lot of you guys didn't rate our lists, and I was kind of thinking that maybe we shouldn't rate yours if you didn't rate ours. But
no, that's all right.
I'll let it slide this time, but they
forgot.
Like, 2 strikes, you're out. So next time we have a database of all the kind of like suspicious accounts.
Suspicious comments.
Yeah. And your IQ has been docked 2 points in our database based upon following directions. But anywho, first list, and listen carefully. For me, I have the benefit of being able to look at the list. So if you need anything repeated, Dadman, let me know. Birdman, the Michael Keaton Birdman. Are you familiar?
Yeah.
Fargo, Parasite, The Godfather, Do the Right Thing, a Spike Lee joint, Pulp Fiction, Breathless, which I'm almost positive you have never seen, by Jean-Luc Godard. There Will Be Blood, you've seen. Network, 1976, which you're familiar with.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
And City of God, which I've talked to you many, many times about. I've seen all of the movies on this top 10 list.
Breathless. Is John Gere in it?
No.
I think they did a remake with him in it.
Probably. But pretty much, I mean, everything that I've rated is in between a 4, a 4.5, and a 5 out of 5 stars from what I've seen from you, Joe Crunch 82. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Right off the bat. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. You didn't rate my list, so I'm not being biased here. Because if you would have rated me,
you would have got a 9.5.
Yeah. Like Birdman, I think 4.5. Fargo, 4.5. Parasite, 4.5. Godfather, 5. Do the Right Thing, 4. Breathless, also 4. Pulp Fiction, 5. There Will Be Blood, 4.5. Network, 4.5. City of God, 4.5. So yeah, I think 4.5 is
pretty good list. It's a good list. I never saw Do the Right Thing. That's kind of a classic.
Good. Yeah, it's definitely a classic. Most, it's Spike Lee's probably best work.
Did he stop directing like 30
I think he still
ago?
does. No. He did Old Boy, American remake of it, and he butchered it.
Right.
Which that is a great movie, a masterpiece by my.
I know. You talked about that movie.
But he fucked it up real bad. I think we're at the point in this video that I can say the F word. Let's check that. Yep, we're past that point. So yeah, he fucked it up big time.
Okay.
I think he kind of stopped making as frequently.
Yeah.
And he's got so many Knicks games to go to, so
really carves into his work time.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the first one on his list? I don't know if I liked it.
Birdman.
I saw part of that, and it's probably, I don't know, I can't rate it because the part I saw, I don't like things about like New York theater. They're about, the industry or.
Oh, I do.
Okay, well,
not as much.
I know
acting,
you do,
but
as I was speaking, I was making a point that you just cut off.
It's a discussion, but go on.
Well, your discussion means cutting me off. I don't like California. Shut up, California movies that seem like they're the center of the universe, or New York movies about theater.
Culturally, they are.
All right, so
or were.
I can't put it down. I like Michael Keaton a lot. I don't know enough about it. I saw part of it, so I can't So that was my only like, um, and that's all I got to say about that.
Well, you gotta give it a number.
I give it an 8.
Okay. It's a little.
What about numbers, aren't you?
I used to work in numbers.
Yeah, so did I.
And then they kicked me out.
And so did they.
Yeah. Well, this one you might like more, though. I think you're gonna like this one more. Okay. Hell or High Water, which I believe we've seen. Do you recall? Do you need?
No. But you don't have to explain. It's a Western or something, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's all you got to say. Keep
right.
going.
We watched it. But, okay. The Big Lebowski, The Big Short, The Natural. I thought there was a trend, but no. Unforgiven, Star Wars, The Empire Strikes Back, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Lost in Translation, The Thin Red Line, The Matrix. Which you had The Matrix on your top 10, if I remember correctly. Hell or High Water, I also don't really remember. I saw The Big Short a while ago. I thought it was good.
Who was in that?
Christian Bale, Steve Carell.
Okay, yeah. So that was about the housing thing.
Mm-hmm. The Natural I didn't see. But
I saw The Natural. The Natural is a good movie.
Really?
Yeah, it's very likable. Very, very like inspiring almost. You know, it's a movie that you could have gone like sappy, but it didn't. You know what I mean? It felt very genuine. I like
that's always good.
Yeah.
But I did see The Big Lebowski. I did see Unforgiven. Great inclusions. Big Lebowski's like a clear top 10 type of film.
I love that. I am so, generally I don't want sequels of movies. Mm-hmm. I wanted one of that, man. Why couldn't
it's never too late.
Was that the Coen brothers?
Yes.
Just parts of it are so.
Yeah, that's
so and it's odd.
It's
funny.
It speaks to them that someone also had Fargo on their list too. It was like people.
Fargo was a cool, interesting movie. Yeah,
and you kind of have to choose. I mean, you don't, but
between those two.
Yeah, well, most people did, and then a lot of people lean The Big Lebowski. So.
Yeah, Big Lebowski is better, but Fargo's really good.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have to make that decision for myself one of these days when I read it.
And I tell you, Fargo, they made a series.
Yeah.
And some of them, there's I don't know how many seasons there are, but some of them were really good.
Well, Unforgiven. As far as westerns, I mean, I like some of the classic westerns more, but like a lot of people think Unforgiven is like the last true,
great western. Yeah, I agree with that.
Pretty sure The Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars film, and if you are a Star Wars guy and like sci-fi, that's the movie to include.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I think so too.
Love the inclusion of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. It's just a super cult fan base type of film and wildly unique. Heard a lot of great things about Lost in Translation, though never saw it. Thin Red Line, that's just a momentous Vietnam flick, and The Matrix is The Matrix. So, if I had to grade it, I would give it an 8.
I would give it an 8.
And
it's eclectic. Any top 10 will be eclectic. It's good.
Mine was just super narrow. I mean, it was like you could see my bias very clearly come through.
Yeah. Well, but if you like crime movies, if you don't like westerns, a western's probably not going to be on your top 10.
Yeah.
Or if you like musicals, 2 or 3 is going to be in your top 10. Depends what genre.
If you do like musicals, I got some bad news for you, pal.
Yeah, you're not going to hear a lot.
Yeah. Next up, and that was from Black Francis 55. Thank you for giving us your list.
Thanks, Francis.
You didn't rank or rate our list. I'm a little upset, but I guess I'll let it slide for now. This one, it's another one I haven't seen a ton of them from, but it starts with Oppenheimer. Sorry. I thought that was the best movie of that year. I would need more time with it and a rewatch before putting it in my top 10, but it's certainly close. And it's like in my top 30 films ever seen, so
okay.
Can't argue there. Donnie Darko, great twist. They love Donnie Darko. Their username is Donnie Darko 1837. Mysterious Skin, I've heard a lot about that. I've heard it's actually pretty disturbing as well, which is something we see more of later on. Burning, I haven't seen. I believe that's by Academy Award-winning director. No, it's from Lee Chang-dong. So, assuming you've seen it, Dad.
Sure.
You love foreign movies. Martyrs is very disturbing. I haven't seen it in a while, and I really do think if I rewatched it, it would be rated much higher by me personally. It's one of those disturbing movies that actually has artistic merit, which is very cool. Angel's Egg, that's another kind of deep cut type of movie that I've never seen, and I'm sure I actually don't think I'd heard of. It's an animated 71 minutes by a Japanese director. So I really like that we're getting very wide. Then we got a David Lynch movie, Lost Highway, which came up multiple times. I'm surprised of David Lynch filmography. This is the one that's come up the most. Mm-hmm. I think it came up either 2 times or maybe even 3 times. I haven't watched it yet, so I guess I know which David Lynch movie I'm watching next. Pulse. This is another Japanese movie, horror.
I saw the American version. I thought the American version... I mean, the Japanese is probably better, but the American version I thought was very good. It was very disturbing in a certain psychological way.
Yeah, I think that... I'm pretty sure it's not a jump scare moment. It is just creepy as
it's creepy.
All hell. This one moment, this chick is just like walking down a hallway at this guy, and it looks so unnatural that it really makes you like just feel uneasy. Interstellar, and then another movie I haven't seen, Coherence. So, I mean, I've seen half of your films, Oppenheimer, Donnie Darko, Martyrs, Pulse, Interstellar. So it's tough to rate. Somewhere between... I do like the variety of it all. And if I had seen more, I would be able to more confidently give it an 8. So I'm going to say a solid 7.
Yeah. I mean, I like that they picked Donnie Darko. I like Pulse. No, granted, I saw a different version of it, but I would think that the Japanese was probably better.
I would,
and I loved the American version. So
yeah,
Darko's a strange, cool movie.
Well, you're gonna make them very happy to hear you.
But it is though. It's I don't know. Well, I mean, there's so many films, but it's cool to see for the first time after you see it for the first, with the review and everything. But I still think it's good.
I think it works on rewatch.
Yeah, it does.
You can see all the little nods to
Cellar Door. The person who did this list will remember that. Do you remember that? We're talking about Cellar Door.
Isn't that about the guy has bad photography in his?
Yeah, it does. But
the principal or something.
No, he's a motivational speaker that they have.
Oh yeah, and it's it's
Patrick Swayze.
Yep. I was gonna say something.
But Cellar, that's very, very esoteric. But something about that is the most pleasing phrase, apparently in English, I believe, and it is
monogram, hologram.
No, the actress who says it, who's in it.
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
No, she's in it, but that's not who says it. She's a teacher at the school Donnie goes to. She had her own talk show.
Rachel Ray.
No.
Roseanne.
No, what was she in? I can't remember.
Whoopi Goldberg.
She was in. Okay, forget. It's not Whoopi Goldberg, no. Well, he'll remember. It doesn't matter. But I happen to remember that thing about Cellar Door.
while you look that up, I'm going to move on to the next list.
Yeah,
I know you are good at multitasking, so you'll remember all 10. We're going to... and this guy actually gave us ratings.
Yay.
Cuddlesworth Guapo, which I do like that name. Cuddlesworth Guapo. Rolls off the tongue. Taco's list hits a little closer to home for me, but they're both solid. Maybe an 8 for Taco and a 7 or 7.5 for DadMan. Great picks all around. Thank you very much, Cuddlesworth Guapo. You start with American Psycho, Mulholland Drive, The Shining, Fellowship of the Ring, Spider-Man, Batman 1967. That's a deep cut. I do appreciate that. Birdman, again. Fight Club, Perfect Blue, and Goodfellas. Well, Goodfellas made my list, so that's obviously going to land strongly with me. Perfect Blue, Fight Club, both amazing.
Fight Club. You know what? Fight Club, well, it's a great movie, but the reveal in Fight list. Club, the reveal in that is mind-blowing to me.
Yeah. Perfect Blue, I think, actually semi-inspired it. So this guy really likes that.
Give the first 4 again. I'm sorry. Drew Barrymore was the actress in
I remember
Donnie Darko that says Cellar Door.
American Psycho, Mulholland Drive by another David Lynch, R.I.P., The Shining, and Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, yeah, The Shining, for sure.
I mean,
Fellowship. I like Return of the King. Most people like Fellowship, so I can't argue with you there.
The Two Towers better. But that's just
Fellowship was the first one. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't know. They're all 3, I think, fairly.
I mean, they're all every one. Yeah, I think they're all great. I mean, I haven't seen Batman 1967, but I do think it's very cool to put that on there.
I'm not familiar with that movie.
It's got to be David West or Adam West rather.
No, not for a movie. Well, maybe. Okay.
Or I don't. Yeah, maybe not. Spider-Man is cool. I grew up with Spider-Man on VHS. I was one of those kids. Yeah, you can see that this guy was kind of like a 90s baby. That bleeds through really well. But you also kind of, maybe not. Maybe you're 80. I'm assuming you're a 90s baby and then you started watching some of the more...
And then you're reborn?
Mature ones as you got older. Because like American Psycho, super cool. Mulholland Drive, super cool. Shining you could make a great argument that it's the best horror film of all time. Fellowship, again, I like Two Towers, but Fellowship is my second favorite. I honestly think the last one is the worst, just because it takes too long to end.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Spider-Man is great. It's just not a favorite for me, but I still think it's great. And Birdman... masterpiece. Fight Club, one of the best movies ever. Perfect Blue, one of the best animated films, and Goodfellas is legitimately like top 4, top 5 all time for me.
That's just the one you just like watching. It's just, and that's why they probably show it on television so often, because people probably watched it like 10 times.
So you're close to a 9. I mean, I would give an 8.5 solidly for sure if I'm allowed to.
Yes, you may give halves.
I will then. You get an 8.5.
I'll give it an 8.
So we both gave you a half point higher than you gave us. So I think
you owe us a half a point.
I think if you didn't subscribe yet, you definitely have to, I think.
So
next guy.
Oh wow. You know, I should watch that movie. They got all the good
actors?
Yeah, well, they got the TV cast, but they have all the villains.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they got Joker, Riddler.
Anyone else? Scarecrow?
Penguin, Kitka. I never heard Kitka.
Kid Pro. All right, this next guy did not give us 10, so you're gonna lose something point wise. Hot Pocket Enjoyer, and I think that's apropos.
Is that his screen name?
That's his screen name,
okay.
And he didn't give the full 10. So,
how come, Hot Pocket? Did you get busy, or what happened?
But we do appreciate you commenting. He starts with a Wes Anderson classic, Fantastic Mr. Fox. Then he goes to Army of Darkness, which I mean, I'm not of Sam Raimi's trilogy is not the best. In fact, it is the worst, but it's still great. Evil Dead 1 and 2 are better.
Yeah.
But the fact that you appreciate Army of Darkness, I give you respect, but it might not come through in your score. Then Starship Troopers, that's another cool pick. I like it. Dad didn't know that was satirical. And I find that funny that you brought that up.
No,
if that was intentional, I give you a bonus point. So you broke even by not putting 10 on there. Sinners, that's a 2024 movie. I thought it was great. I also thought it was overhyped. So I'm gonna have to wrestle with that. And then Shawshank Redemption, which Fantastic Mr. Fox and Shawshank Redemption, in my opinion, are worthy of being on a top 10 list. The other ones are kind of a stretch for me to put on a list. And so I'll give it...
So what do you give us, 5?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He did. Yeah, he gave us half the list. Maybe it's like a treasure hunt.
Did he not understand what we were asking for?
Well, the title is confusing because it is What's Your Top 10 Favorite Movies? I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I guess I could see the confusion.
I give it... I gotta give it a 5.
Grupo. Is that his name? Grupo? Give us another 5.
Yeah.
It will help your score. And all.
It'll help your score.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next up.
I've never heard of the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, it's good. I think you would like it.
Background.
It's animated. George Clooney is the main voice. Meryl Streep, though. Jason Schwartzman. Willem Dafoe. Bill Murray.
Moving on.
But it's just his voice.
Yeah, I know it's animated.
Today I watched a movie, and it is on this guy's list. He is Kevin Vicklin, 3611. Starts with Casablanca, which I watched today. City of God, which is making a return. Someone else had it on their list. Showa, which I haven't seen. 12 Angry Men. The Lord of the Rings. He doesn't pick one. He just says only, basically the entire series, which is, they're all 4.5s for me, so, they'll rate similarly. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Mad respect for that, because yes, that is amazing. This is a Indian title, I want to say, and it's going to be very hard for me to pronounce. I don't think I'm going to pronounce it correctly. Koyaanisqatsi. I fucking butchered that. Then the Blues Brothers, Fantasia, and The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. Very wide variety there. Casablanca is maybe one of the best black and white films of all time, so big respect for that. 12 Angry Men, you could also make an argument for that. One of the tightest scripts of all time. Lord of the Rings, You Love, I think it's amazing as well. 2001: A Space Odyssey, one of the best movies ever made. And The Good, the Bad, the Ugly is amazing. All the ones I've seen, I think, are definitely deserve to be on a top 10 list.
Yeah. The other ones, which I have not, maybe do, but we don't. I don't know. I can't comment on ones I haven't seen.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't know.
Can we have this listener message us back and only do top 10 list of movies we've seen?
That would actually help us.
I'm teasing. I mean, you don't know what movies we've seen.
So, you just look at my Letterboxd count.
Yeah. Litterbox? Is that?
It's a cat dating website. But yeah, I mean,
I bought my cat.
I could make a judgment call. I would be. It would maybe drag it down, but that's just because of my preconceived notions. Like, I think Showa is very high. I'm gonna give it a 9.
I've heard of Showa. I just don't know much about it. And the Indian film. I mean, I probably wouldn't be able to pronounce it either. So I'm fairly sure I haven't seen it.
But the ones I've seen are every single one of them is like worthy.
I've seen, speaking of Indian films, I've seen like...
You love Bollywood. I know that.
Clips of these war movies that they make that it's about ancient, like India, and the weapons that they have are crazy. They're just so funny. Like a big, huge metal ball in the end of a chain. This guy swings it around. It's supposedly hollow or something. I don't know. And it's kind of funny actually to watch him do it. And I don't know why I brought that up, but
yeah. I don't even know how to contribute to that. Just threw the
Classic
whole podcast off the hinges.
Just ruined it.
This one seems to have a pretty decent theme throughout. Although, let's start here. His name is user 636, and you just gave me a stroke, and that will have impact.
I know
on
that
your
guy.
Score. Yeah, me too, actually. He says, I'll rate both lists 9 out of 10 because I have the same amount of movies I still need to watch on both. Otherwise, great video. Appreciate you.
Hey, bud, thanks. Appreciate it. We really
very
do.
nice.
I assume you're a man, but not necessarily. But...
Some Like It Hot, his number 10 with Marilyn Monroe. I thought that was a great film. Gilda, I have not seen. Marie Antoinette, I have not seen. Bringing Up Baby, I did watch recently, and it was because of you, so thank you for that recommendation. If you can tell, I think there's female lead, very prominent female characters. That's the theme, or romance. Bringing Up Baby, I did give a 3.5 out of 5. In the Mood for Love, one of the best romances by some people of all time, I give it a 4. The Red Shoes, very highly acclaimed. I watched another one from your list because you included it, Rebel Without a Cause, and that is a cool fucking movie, man. So
Brando, baby.
Big Snow, it's James Dean.
That's what I meant.
Yes. And It Happened One Night, which is 1934. Haven't seen that. The Philadelphia Story with Cary Grant and James Stewart. I haven't seen a lot of your films, okay? But you have Amadeus #1, which is really, really cool. I'm going to give yours an 8. And once I've seen all of the films, because some of the ones I haven't seen, like Gilda, Marie Antoinette, The Red Shoes, which is super highly acclaimed, It Happened One Night, and The Philadelphia Story, it might go up. This is something definitely to revisit in the future, because I think it will benefit from that. I know The Red Shoes is a top 250 on Letterboxd movie, so it's got to be damn good. And I love Cary Grant. I love James Stewart.
These are more classical movies.
Probably,
yeah. I'm saying highbrow in not a derogatory way. They're more sophisticated.
It shows that you've got taste.
Yeah.
I think.
And therefore, it doesn't coincide with my list that often because my taste is... I don't think I'm like a Neanderthal, but...
I mean, you've eaten garbage once. So, if we're talking about
no,
taste...
it was somebody put food on garbage. It wasn't literal
Well, if
garbage.
it's on top, it's not garbage.
Right.
It's just on top of garbage.
I told my wife, and she didn't believe me either.
All right, Doyle Status. He somehow thought that there was 3 lists that we went over. I'm going to assume the first list is not existent because he gives the first list a 3 out of 5, second a 4 out of 5, and third a 4 out of 5. I don't know where you got 3 lists from, but I'm just going to assume we both... Either he's saying mine was much worse than yours or we were both the same.
Mine was so good that I got 4.5 twice.
You got a 7 out of 5, basically.
You want to explain the math on that to me?
Because you add 3 and 4. You got a 7 out of 5.
3.5 and 4.5.
Yeah. No, a 3 out of 5 and a 4 out of 5.
Oh.
So you got a 7
You
out of 5.
got 7 out of 10.
No.
I got a 4 out of 5.
No.
Okay,
when you add fractions.
No, shut up.
You add fractions. Number 1, 28 weeks later. I don't want to upset you. I think 28 days later is better. So, sue me. Archive, haven't seen. Take Me Home Tonight. No offense. I saw this as a kid, and maybe if I watched it now, I would maybe there was stuff I didn't get. I really did not like that movie. So, and they didn't even use the song by Eddie Money in it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what the point. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I don't remember them doing that. But they're going to win you over here pretty soon. Man from U.N.C.L.E., which I don't think you know. 3:10 to Yuma, I've seen. Wait, have you seen Man from U.N.C.L.E.? You gave me a face.
The most recent one?
I don't know any of them.
Oh, wait, I don't know that.
Are you talking about 3:10 to Yuma? I've seen the most recent.
No, I've seen that.
That is great. DadMan's going to get real excited here. Joker at 6. DadMan's going to get real excited again. Prisoners at 7, which he has said he loves. Flashback, The Cursed, and Black Sea. So I've seen 28 Days Later. I've seen 3:10 to Yuma, Joker, and Prisoners. But then I've seen Take Me Home Tonight. I'm going to give your list a 6.5. I'm very sorry. If I watch more of it,
maybe more.
Could benefit you.
Could boost you.
Could not, though. I don't know. DadMan, what say you?
Some of them I've not seen enough to.
I think you've seen Joker and Prisoners, if I had to guess. And 28 Days Later.
Yeah.
3:10 to Yuma?
I saw part of that, so I can't.
Yeah, that wouldn't. I mean, the ones you've seen.
It's supposed to be like super great. Super very good.
Super very good or super great?
Super very good. Yeah, I like Prisoners.
Joker. You love Joker.
Oh, Joker's awesome. Joker is a classic. Instant classic. That is very, it's so, like I think I said when we first talked about it, this is a Batman villain.
Yeah.
That they make this movie
one of the most
about.
Iconic villains of all time.
Okay, probably, but to make, I mean, it's not a superhero movie at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie about, it's a dark movie about society, about people being left behind, but it's also about the villain, the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because there's a darkness about it, a sadness about him and his life, and and
there's often been a mystery to how he came to be. That's always been a thing.
Well,
that people wanted to know.
I mean, that's the best origin I can possibly consider, and it makes him very sympathetic. Yeah. I mean, I don't even consider him a villain in that movie.
No, not really.
When he shot those pricks from Wall Street.
Could you describe him as an anti-hero? You don't actually.
No,
your definition of an anti-hero is wrong.
No,
it's been documented on one of our videos.
What is your definition? Tell me what. You don't even know it.
Let's give it a googs. Well, because you're not going to believe me.
I'm fucking looking it up.
We're both looking it up. A main character in a story who lacks traditional heroic qualities like bravery, integrity, or moral uprightness. Elaboration: lack of traditional heroic traits, morally ambiguous. Audience sympathy, despite their flaws, the audience often sympathizes with anti-heroes.
Okay, he was an anti-hero.
Thank you.
Well, I'm not saying I was wrong. I'm just.
I should have had you fucking define it.
Well, you don't get all fucking snotty about it.
Well,
she can't write one fucking time. And he just gives me that fucking look.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
All right. J-Lead X3E. This is a banger list off the rip.
Just a banger?
Yeah. High and Low, you're not familiar with, but it's Kira Kurosawa. Fucking great film. Black and white. Toshiro Mifune, whatever. You already know. Django Unchained, one of the badassest westerns of all time, but he's got another one that I think gives it a run for its money. Lawrence of Arabia. I mean,
I know.
That's like epic.
Classic.
It is literally epic. Once Upon a Time in the West. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. So he's got three of the best westerns of all time. If you like westerns and those are your westerns, then I am all for it. Casino.
Yeah.
Another badass Scorsese film. Though I like Goodfellas more. Casino is very, very close. It's a Wonderful Life. So he's got like real badass kind of like movies with an edge to it. I just find it neat that he had one that's like kind of like uplifting, though it does still have a bit of an edge to it. The Apartment, I love Billy Wilder, so that's a great one of his best films too, but a great inclusion. Kill Bill Volume 1, which I think made my list, so I agree. Shawshank Redemption, which is really good, and 12 Angry Men, which is really good as well. I give it... I don't know, man. I could give it a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I'll give it a 9.5. He rated our list. He said I was a 7 out of 10, which, remember this. Remember that I gave you a 9.5. Maybe
he's not going to change it.
Maybe edit that comment, and then we'll edit the video. He's not a fan of 2001 or Chinatown and Apocalypse Now, but the rest are solid. All right. I don't know if we can be friends, but we can't be best friends based on what you just said there. And then he says he doesn't like Dadman's as much. I haven't seen some and only like half of the ones I have seen, so I regret to say it. But do you want to rate his first before you hear what he gave you?
It doesn't matter if he hasn't seen it. I don't think it's going to be very high.
He gave it a 5 out of 10.
All right. Well, if you don't like Apocalypse Now, we're from different worlds.
Which I don't get, man. Your list seems like you would really like that. He likes, violent movies with an edge, and I mean, maybe give it another try. But you have very solid taste,
sure
so it is what it is.
He just doesn't get it, or doesn't see the
beauty.
Yeah,
and also Chinatown. Chinatown meshes so well with your taste. I'm shocked. I'm gobsmacked at the fact that
I'm not a big Western guy, so
I like it. The Westerns he included are great.
I don't like Westerns at all.
I get it. I used to feel that way, and then I watched the ones that I watched, and I was like, you know what?
Yeah,
they can slap sometimes.
Yeah.
So what do you rate?
Did you make that up?
What do you rate? I did, yeah.
I'll give him a 7. I mean,
see how nice we are to you guys?
Yeah. We don't care if you're not nice to us, though. It doesn't matter. It gives us motivation to
get better.
Hate ourselves more.
This guy, I'd love it. It was totally on brand. Ronster89. His profile pic is the Mortal Kombat Dragon, and number 1 is Mortal Kombat 1995. I haven't rated it on Letterboxd because I saw it as a kid. I am fairly certain it's not actually a good movie, but I mean, I would probably give it a 3 out of 5, but I understand why you would love it.
I remember I was excited when it came out. I remember being into it, and I didn't dislike it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't put it up in the top 10 probably, but
if you're gonna have a favorite though, if you say that, I respect the fuck out of it.
No, that's fine. I mean, you're
just being true to yourself.
Yeah. Instead of saying, "Oh, these I know to be the best top 10, so I'm going to pick these." Yeah. You said, "I love this movie." You probably love the game. I love the game.
The game is sick.
Yeah, but so I mean, liking the game when you come out with a movie, I'm like, all right, man.
I would, and I know they did it in maybe like 2020 or 2020, maybe 2019, something like around 2020, and it was okay. They need to fucking nail it with a movie. Mortal Kombat is so cool. Maybe get away from the actual the story that the first game was based upon. Mm-hmm. It's just such a cool idea that it's like there's a fight to the death with all these different whatever the fuck you want to call it, beings and from different realms. That's what I was looking for, and it's just so cool. It's a really, really cool idea. It's like intergalactic gladiators.
Yeah. All right, let's go on with this list, Terry.
Sorry, Schindler's List, very cool.
Yeah.
Spielberg, Interstellar. I'm a big fan of. Goodfellas, huge fan of. Fear and Self-Loathing in Las Vegas, I think is great. Kill Bill Volume 1, huge fan. The Thing, another fucking banger of a horror movie. The Lighthouse, I think, is great. This is where it drops off slightly. Beetlejuice, which is Very, very good. And then The Arrival or Django Unchained.
The Arrival was good. I never saw Django Unchained, but I've seen the Arrival. The Arrival's good,
man. You like QT, Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, I don't know.
And Jamie Foxx was very likely allegedly drugged by P. Diddy, and that's why he went into his coma. So another reason to watch it. I don't know. I'm gonna give it an 8 on quality and an 8.5 because of the Mortal Kombat. Inclusion. Which is definitely not the best movie of all time, but you love it, and I love that you love it. I think it's very.
I remember the movie. It was good, and there was parts of it I wanted. Well, I did like it, but I was excited about seeing it. So I could see somebody that being in their top 10.
Ronster, you gotta tell us what you thought about the new Mortal Kombat. I don't know. Did you hate it, or were you on board with it? Like, let us know. Next up, again, Lost Highway making a visit onto the top 10. I think you're going to really like this guy's list. He is Nick O. Calentino, 3065. All of your lists are amazing. 10 out of 10 for all the variety. I don't know if you actually watched my list, because I didn't have that much variety.
He meant mine. Nobody. I don't think anybody listened to yours.
Maybe you're lying?
No,
I don't know. Don't. Lost Highway, I haven't seen.
Don't accuse him of that. You could get in trouble.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's another. I love that. I love that horror film. The Shining.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my number 2 horror film of all time. The Big Lebowski, one of the best comedies of all time. Largent, Robert Bresson, I've seen it. I think it's my current favorite, maybe second favorite Robert Bresson film, but that's a really good deep cut. The Vanishing, man, that is an eerie fucking movie, man. I like that too. This guy's got an edge to him. Jaws, also, I think that's top 5 horror. I mean, it's not very horror, but people were scared.
It's like suspense / drama. Great movie.
Oh, for sure. Apocalypse Now. I feel like this guy's
a 10.
This guy was trying to win the DadMan over, and then you'll never guess what comes up next. You want to give it a guess?
Out of 1,000 movies, yeah. Let me see if I can guess it.
You could. Well, once I say it, you're gonna be like, that makes sense. The Exorcist.
Oh.
And then Solaris, which that also pulls on my heartstrings because that's
Is George Clooney in that?
He's in the remake. The remake I haven't seen. The original is fucking amazing. By Andrei Tarkovsky, who is like one of the best international directors ever. I gotta give it a 9. And I'm tempted to give it a 9.5.
I gave it a 9.5.
Yeah, so you done well, kiddo. If you're a kid. And I don't know if you are or not. I mean, not
We're
like
kids.
Not
so
like
it's cool to be one.
Not a minor, but like, maybe I'm older than
Child at heart.
Something happened here. Can't see his full list for some reason. Apologies. What the F? Let's see. I'm gonna refresh. Sorry, I'm just talking through my
technical issues.
My process, as they call it in the biz.
We had somebody who did tech for us, and
then he
we
lost
fired
all
him
his
just
fingers.
for fun because I never fired anybody before. I thought it'd be interesting.
Was it?
I didn't like it as much as I thought.
Was it interesting?
Because it got violent, and I don't like violence or.
Oh, come on.
What's the other word?
Discrimination. All right. Rio, your list isn't working on this. I don't know why. Well, never mind. I'll do
Rio,
this.
Can you resend it?
I'll do this for you because I'm a big fan. You had a really cool list that deserves to be.
It better be cool.
Appreciated.
You're wasting my time.
Yeah, it's not working. I'm sorry, Rio.
We're still appreciate you as a fan, though.
Yeah, I don't know why your list isn't working on here, but
techno dunces, so
you got gypped.
We apologize.
Big time. Let's see if it works now. Yeah, it worked.
Okay.
Alrighty. So Rio, his is House, a crazy ass Japanese. It's all a lot of okay, I was thinking of another list. Whatever. He's got an East Asian slant. Almost coming.
Okay, that was unintentional.
House, also known as Hausu, 1977. That's a cool inclusion. Love Massacre, which I do intend to watch because the summary of that seems very neat. Parasite. So all of these are Asian. Mulholland Drive, great David Lynch, my favorite David Lynch currently. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, great. Trainspotting, super cool. Interstellar, very, very good masterpiece to me. After Hours, didn't resonate with me. I still think it's very good, but I think I need to watch it again. He was in another movie I just watched recently, but
is this the one where somebody puts him in a
he's in Johnny Dangerously. Griffin Dunn.
I saw After Hours is so weird.
I thought it was good. Yeah, there was a cast. The girl was like making paper mache people or something.
Or I fell asleep and they put him in a cast.
Yeah.
Something. And didn't she supposedly she was burned?
I have no idea. I
remember that movie. I know that's it. It
was a Scorsese film though.
Oh, really? Is that?
Yeah.
It is so odd. It's just like this regular guy who wants to go out on a date with this girl.
And his whole night just gets completely
fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like you get in half price if you have a mohawk. They're trying to give him one and he's hiding and shit like that.
I think it's cool, and it is so I like Good Time by the Safdie brothers. It's kind of like that.
I never saw it.
No.
No one's
You should.
No.
Paris, Texas, which is kind of a classic. And then Scream, the first time someone included Scream, and there's been a lot of horror films included, which I like to see.
Scream's interesting.
I'm a big horror buff, but I am the hardest critic on horror because it's my favorite genre.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Well, there's not a lot of good horror movies.
But even the best of all time don't crack into my top 10.
Okay. Yeah, okay. But they may be the most, well, I don't know. But there's not a lot of good horror movies, I don't think. A lot of them tend to be cheaply made without name actors. You know what I mean? The scripts are pretty light.
I agree. All right, what do we give him? I give him a 7. I'm not going to overthink it.
I'll give him a 7.5. I don't dislike it. It's just
7's good.
Not
7's really good.
My cup of tea, shall we say.
Pretentious film critic PFC 6027. All right, let's see what you got, big dog. He's got Great Expectations by David Lean, which I like David Lean. However, I have not yet seen Great Expectations.
That's a classic. That's literature. True literature.
So this
not the movie, but it's the movie's based on.
I think all but a few of his are black and white. So very cool. I like that. He's kind of got a theme there. Like that one guy who's very similar. A lot of classics.
But different.
City Lights, which is of course Charlie Chaplin. Then we got Throne of Blood. That is a movie that I've been meaning to rewatch for so long. I thought it was great when I watched it, but I think it's even better than I gave it credit for, by Akira Kurosawa. A Raisin in the Sun, another black and white film. There's like a black lead. I don't know if he's the raisin. I don't want to be racist.
Well, it's about a black family.
Oh, well, there you go. Then A Separation, that is from like it's Islam based. Islam is not like those Muslim countries generally don't get a lot of credit for film, but this is one of those films that stands out amongst the bunch. Bicycle Thieves, that is considered like an all-time classic. Singing in the Rain is considered one of the best musicals of all time. It's a Wonderful Life. I mean, one of the best Christmas movies of all time. Jaws. I mean, again, We've talked about that. And then The Human Condition 1, which I've seen the entire trilogy. I thought 3 was the best. I actually thought it got better as it went along. So I'm interested to kind of get your perspective on why you liked 1 the best. Maybe the ending of 1 is what really solidified it for you. But we appreciate you commenting and watching. I like the oldies appreciation for sure. I think I would give it an 8. What say you, DadMan?
I a good list. He's more sophisticated than I am.
Yeah, you guys need to kind of dumb it down for us. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not smart at all.
I know we make videos on this stuff, but
I mean, I don't want to ever think that I'm like the common man when it comes to movies, but I lean more that way than I do to art house or sophisticated film.
Well, just it takes a certain sense of sophistication to even watch some older movies. Like they would be mainstream in their time, but for someone who's like 20, 30, or maybe even 40 to go back and watch them, it's like you just don't. People don't do that.
No, like I have not seen a black and white movie for 30 years.
I watched one today, so I'm getting to be sophisticated.
No, I mean you can't be sophisticated. You could be pretentious.
Me?
Yeah.
You're a jerk. Yeah. All right.
I watched a black and white film. No, I mean you are more sophisticated. I don't know. I'm maybe more set in my ways.
Well, ChatGPT said I probably have an IQ between 130 and 145.
Well, you know how accurate ChatGPT is.
And I asked it.
Does it actually do IQ?
You have to really press it. And then I said, what is the likelihood that I'm lower than that? And it said 10%.
What does it base it on? Do you have conversations? Like how many do you have? Like how?
Dude, you have no idea how much I use ChatGPT.
You know it's not real. I mean, it is not sentient, right?
But it has all the info on the web.
Right. Okay.
All right. I Make Things 9903. I'd say both lists are an easy 8 or 9 out of 10. I haven't seen them all, but for what I've seen, great list. My top 10, no order except for 1 and 2. Let's go. Christine by John Carpenter. Frankly,
I saw it.
I would give, Halloween I think is the best movie, or The Thing that Carpenter made. So,
Christine's a cool, I like that
I'm
movie.
kind of pissed that you put that on there. Kind of pissed.
All right, go to 2.
Prisoners. Hot Fuzz. Halloween Ends. Look, and he says, not many people like it, but it has a special place in my heart. You got to give me comment on this new video. I had a thought about, for both movies of what it was trying to do that I just didn't think it quite landed. And I'm assuming it landed with you. Because I did a Halloween retrospective, which, dude, you like John Carpenter, you like Halloween Ends, you got to watch the retrospective and comment on that. But also comment on this video that I'm talking on right now. Did that land with you? What was there was a major... I'll look at my comment. Maybe I have it written there.
What are you talking about?
Halloween Ends.
Oh.
I was talking about a lot of things.
But
Talking about a lot of things.
I'm not going to give you a hard time, but it just seemed like you were saying a lot of words. And I don't know.
So I feel like David Gordon Green, he wanted to treat Michael Myers like a Pennywise / Freddy Krueger type of element. I think in Ends, that's where it comes out the most. Where if the fear of him dies, and with it a lot, like the community's actually dying off. The people who remember his heyday are dying, or they're leaving. It's kind of like a metaphor for like changing in generation, but also like, you know, when certain economic regions is kind of get like hollowed out because they leave, and how that affects like a boogeyman for a certain area. Mm-hmm. And like if that landed with you, and like tell me if that's what you saw from it, I could see someone being like, I think this is an unsung masterpiece. That's
Halloween Ends?
I didn't see that, but this guy has it in his top 10.
No, is that the name of the movie?
Yes, sir.
I may try just to.
Yeah, you should. You won't. They're not so bad that you're like, fucking turn this off.
Yeah.
It gets rated bad because you love the series and you're like, fuck, they should have done something better.
Well, it's hard to end something that iconic.
Yeah, and I mean,
but
you can't end it like that. You can't let David Gordon Green be the ender of the series.
Yeah.
Anywho, he has Godfather Part 2. That made my list. Whiplash. Love Whiplash. Dark Knight made my list. Godfather. Definitely deserves to also be in a top 10. The number 2 is No Country for Old Men. Number 1, Jaws. I gotta take... So your top 6 are like unequivocally 10 out of 10 for me. I would give your top 6 a 10 out of 10. Your bottom 4, I've some trouble with. You have some good, some okay. So I'd give that like a 7. So it equals out to be like, I'll give him an 8.5. No, I'll give him a 9. I like a lot of films on his list.
Christine's an odd. Maybe he did that. It's a good. Is that you said that's?
He's number 10.
Carpenter.
Yeah.
It's also Stephen King.
Yes. Who wrote it? Yeah.
Right.
I don't think Stephen King's ever directed a good movie though. No.
Well, I don't think he's ever directed a movie, has he?
He did Shining. He did his own Shining. I don't know if you knew that.
I saw part of it.
Critically acclaimed. I mean, it's been on a bunch of people's top 10s up to this point.
Well, not his version.
I know. This is messing with you. Up next, Jacob Kelly, 3142. Tacos list is flawless. DadMan's need some work. Haha. His top 10 is Boogie Nights, Taxi Driver, Star 80, which I've never heard of until you put it on your list, and
I know that.
I want to watch it at some point. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Wild Bunch, Apocalypse Now, Goodfellas, Godfather Part 2, Twin Peaks: The Return, which I think is a season of a series. So,
Twin Peaks was a season. I don't know if they ever made a movie, but...
there's Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me, which I think is a movie, but The Return is like a season that they did recently. And then Miami Vice, which you don't like.
Well, like I said, I
should have warned you. I should have warned you.
I saw part of it, and the part of it I saw just, I mean, it was like...
Didn't do anything for you.
No, and it was in the middle, and it could have been it may have actually been a good movie.
A lot of people disagreed with your hot take of not liking it. So, maybe you should give it another try.
Yeah, I mean, they went from a completely different theme or vibe in the movie. Because it was understated and kind of dark and slow. Because the series was the opposite of that.
Yeah.
It was,
fast-paced,
bright colors, and Don Johnson, who's a cop who drives a Lamborghini.
Depp.
Huh?
Johnny Depp.
What about Johnny Depp?
That's the guy.
No, he was
not.
They
based the character off of Johnny Depp.
No, they didn't.
So he grew up in Miami Vice. Yeah, so like Boogie Nights, Taxi Driver, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Wild Bunch, Apocalypse Now, Goodfellas, Godfather. Those all smack. Those.
Are you making up this word?
I talk like the kids, man.
Now, Taxi Driver, very awesome movie. Crazy, just compelling. You know, just what's going on here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like, for instance, Goodfellas is a great story.
Mm-hmm.
It's a story you want to, you just want to keep going and stuff like that. I'm not necessarily comparing the two, but then Taxi Driver's like moody. He's crazy. Mm-hmm. He's a sociopath.
Spoiler alert.
What, he's crazy?
Yeah.
I think everybody who has seen Taxi Driver has.
Yeah, but what about the people who haven't seen it yet?
Well, I don't think I'm giving enough away. You don't want to
give that away.
That you'll notice this characters, and you almost wonder, like, a person like that.
It's horrific to even think that they could exist.
Well, no, because I don't think he's that necessarily unusual for that period of time. But you want to know what was his background that created him.
Yeah. Very valid, yeah.
Because he's almost a nihilist. You know, he doesn't believe really in any. He does like what is he trying to do with his life?
That's it. That's exactly it. I think he's just lost.
Yeah, I mean, he would seem like somebody with PTSD from Vietnam.
It could be that.
Where it just, sense. It's so much has been.
Because you see the way he trains, and it does seem like he could be.
He lives in his apartment. It's like, oh my God. I mean, it's like an outhouse. It's, you know what I mean? It's like, dude, don't you have family to move? I mean, your life
that's
looks
the
like
thing.
hell.
Yeah, he seems completely isolated.
Yes. It's almost like
did he move there or did he grow up in the city?
I don't know. But I don't know. But a lot of people move to.
Yeah. No, I agree. That's an interesting aspect that doesn't get brought up a lot. I'm going to give his list an 8.
Yeah.
Like 6 out of them.
I'd give it more, but it needs some work.
Oh, that's funny. That's a callback. Thank you, Jacob Kelly.
Get back to us.
Josh MC5. My top 10 is The Big Lebowski.
Yes.
About Time, which is
unfamiliar
romance. Everybody Wants Some. Walk the Line. Inside Llewyn Davis. Lord of the Rings. Return of the King. My Darling Clementine. Halloween. Jurassic Park. Interstellar. Give it a 7.5.
That's a cool list. The middle there, I didn't know them as well.
I haven't seen About Time. I haven't seen Everybody Wants Some. I haven't seen Inside Llewyn Davis. And those are the only ones I haven't seen. But
we'd say the list again, slowly.
Really?
Well, not too slow. But
the ones I haven't seen or all of them?
All of them.
The Big Lebowski.
A+, go.
About Time.
I don't know it.
Everybody Wants Some.
I think I know that. I think it was a teen flick. Or I'm thinking of the wrong one. Go ahead.
Walk the Line.
Well, that's Joaquin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't see it.
Inside Llewyn Davis.
Unfamiliar, go.
Lord of the Rings, Return of the King.
Yeah, that's one I like too, yes.
My Darling Clementine.
I'm not familiar, go.
Halloween.
Yes.
Jurassic Park.
Yes.
Interstellar.
Yeah. So the ones I know I like. The other ones I'm not.
The other ones you might not like.
Well, I don't know them. I don't know.
But you might love.
Correct.
What do you give it?
So I gotta only go with the ones I know. So it's an 8.5.
You get an 8.5 from the DadMan. All right, this next one you are gonna really like.
You've said that about like 5 or 6, and they haven't. I don't know if you're fucking with me or.
DadMan's a legend for Monty Python. I'd rate both your lists solid 8 out of 10.
Hey,
isn't that cool?
That is cool, and I'm glad the Python's got to be on there.
Yes.
I mean, look, you can forget. I've probably forgotten more movies that I like.
Ever seen.
Well, no, you've seen.
I've seen over 1,000.
Okay, I know you like to brag about that. There's some great movies. I saw this one movie called Two for the Guillotine when I was a kid, and I'm like, this is terrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I watched it now, it wouldn't be, but
yeah.
I just happen to remember. I don't know why I remember that. I remember one movie I went to. I think I was at a drive-in, and it was terrifying. And I don't remember anybody in it. I don't think it was anybody, of note. And very little about it, but I just remember because we were either going to go see this movie or, what's that one with it? Let's the time.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah. No, I'm like, well, we should go see that because I know that's not scary.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I'd never seen that movie, but so you watch this one instead, and I kept thinking, I wish we'd gone to the other one. This one's terrifying. But
oh, you were so scared you wanted to leave.
Well, it was a drive-in, so
couldn't. Well, yeah. You guess it could have
walked away.
All right, this next guy loves the Asian flicks. So you're gonna get points for style. Long, and I haven't seen. Yeah, I haven't seen many of them, but the ones I have seen, I really like. Long Day's Journey into Night. Haven't seen. Chungking Express. Great. August in the Water, haven't seen. An Elephant Sitting Still, I haven't seen. All About Lily Chow Chow, I haven't seen. Love Exposure, I haven't seen. Millennium Mambo, I haven't seen. Stalker, I have. It's a fucking masterpiece. It's the only non-Asian film on here that, and it's great.
Well, Long Day's Journey into Night isn't Asian. Is it?
Yeah, it is. Oh wait, maybe not. I put the wrong one. I just assumed it was the Asian one. Oh, no. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Sorry. I was looking at... yeah, it is Asian. And then we got In the Mood for Love. I have seen. That is great. And then A Brighter Summer's Day. That would be my numero uno of the ones I've seen from you. I got to give your list a 9 and then a +5 for the strong Asian influence.
So a 14?
No, a 9.5. You dumb fuck. Doesn't understand math. You see, this is what I have to work with, guys.
I saw none of those movies.
I didn't think so. He's
I would
very sophisticated taste.
Yeah, okay.
Unless he's from Asia, and then it's like actually just kind of a normal taste.
Yeah, right.
Although Stalker is pretty sophisticated. Yeah, I love the list. Very, very cool. Great list, DadMan, watching from Australia. He didn't even rate or
hey man
put his list, but
thanks for
the Pepper
things
Pig.
are fine down under.
Hey mate,
you know what Australian kiss is? It's a French kiss, but down under.
That's funny. Oh, and the guy who said you're a legend for Monty Python was Vil Baz Mio. I think that might all be one word, or maybe not. But anywho, we're on to Zach Sutton, 6195. I don't know what it is. A lot of people have 4 numbers on their
it seems
their things, and I don't get it. But you guys should maybe avoid that, because it could, if that's your pin for your card, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not it.
All right, so he likes Suspiria. I'm assuming the 1977 version, but maybe the newer version. Breakfast Club, Magnolia, Princess.
Wait, Magnolia.
That's the one with Tom Cruise. Princess Mononoke, La La Land, A Ghost Story, Before Sunset, The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and Jaws. Really like your top 2. Suspiria is that's a cool movie. Seen Breakfast Club, that's great. Magnolia is great. Return of the King, I think that slipped by me, but another, DadMan obviously loves that. Haven't seen La La Land, haven't seen A Ghost Story, haven't seen Before Sunset. I give the list a solid 7 out of 10.
I think Before Sunset. I know which one that is. That's Clooney's in it.
Nope. Ethan Hawke. And a chick who I could look up very easily right now, but
we don't want to.
I refuse. All right, last list. Harold Seaman. Very funny. Here are my top 10 names. That might actually be his name. Birdman of Alcatraz. So we're starting off on just
Burt Lancaster.
We're starting off on a deep cut. Judgment at Nuremberg, I've seen. That's a masterpiece. Lust for Life, another deep cut. Haven't seen that. The Train, 1964. 12 Angry Men, more mainstream. I dig it. 2001: A Space Odyssey. Again, that's on my list. Shawshank Redemption, very, very good. Cool Hand Luke, underappreciated, great movie. Definitely deserves
what we got here is a failure to communicate.
I've seen it, and now I finally get what that means. They couldn't understand each other. Train Spotting.
That's the heart of the movie.
Moral of the story, yeah. Train Spotting, a cool inclusion again, and then Citizen Kane, which first person to say Citizen Kane, and it was the last movie that we went over. So I got to give your list. I Of the ones I've seen, I mean, I gotta give it an 8.
I watched a portion of Train Spot. It's about heroin, right?
Yep. Elwin. They say it like that, though.
Elwin.
Like Irwin, a little bit. Elwin.
Is that how it's pronounced, though?
Over there, yeah.
Over where?
Hey, give me some Elwin.
Like it's
Cockney accent.
Okay.
So I've seen, actually now, it's up to 93 of these 150 movies. So I've done pretty good.
Those are rookie numbers there, pal.
I'd love to see how many fucking of these you've seen. Probably like 20.
I think it's more than that.
You freaking
I'm not going to watch movies just because other people think they're awesome.
Well, what movies do you watch? You watch the one that people say are shit?
I can tell by the description, generally speaking.
Oh my god, no.
Yes.
No. The description doesn't tell you anything. Some of the best movies... Hey, one of the funniest shows of all time is a show about nothing. You ever think of that?
Well, that's untrue.
That's so true.
No, it is not.
Mm-hmm.
You could say any sitcom's about nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Two Broke Girls.
It's about two broke girls.
Okay, well, Seinfeld is about a comedian and his 4 friends living in New York.
I was talking
and the
about
crazy
Scrubs.
things that happens to them.
I wasn't talking about Seinfeld. I was talking about Scrubs.
No, you weren't.
Get it right.
I don't know if you ever noticed this, and few people probably have.
Do you know that Larry David wrote that?
Really?
All but the last season.
Scrubs.
No, Seinfeld.
Oh, yeah, I did know that. All right, so Scrubs, there's 2 references to places around Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
In it. One of them is from a place called Monroeville, Pennsylvania, which is apparently close to Pittsburgh. And the other one is from another area, either Pittsburgh. He says he's from Pittsburgh or whatever. His father lives there or whatever. Either in Pittsburgh or a place close to Pittsburgh. So I don't know if the writer is from Pittsburgh or something.
I think from New York. But that makes sense because that's where they call Jersey, PA, and New York the tri-state area.
Yeah, but Western Pennsylvania generally isn't considered part of that area.
I don't know geography.
Well, obviously.
What's Eastern Pennsylvania?
I think that's where Philly's at. We're kidding. We're from Jersey. Oh, shoot. We got to cut that.
That's why we love Jersey Shore so much. And The Sopranos. Based in Jersey.
Yeah, I know.
And Soldier Field? That's not what...
That's Chicago.
That's Chicago. O'Hare.
That's Chicago.
Chicago.
Are you just saying random places now?
The Bears. Oh, no. I was trying to think of what the fuck... MetLife Field.
Stadium.
That's where Jerry Maguire is buried. You remember? That conspiracy theory? That the guy's buried like in the 50-yard marker of
Jerry Maguire?
Or whatever his name is.
You're talking about the head of the Teamsters.
Who's that?
I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but that's the movie...
Frank Ramone.
Huh?
Frank Ramone?
No. God. The movie The Irishman is about him.
Bruce Jenner.
Boy, you should have been a historian.
Thank you.
I meant it sarcastically. I gotta look it up now.
You gotta swim with the fishies. Oh, yeah. So, if you're watching, if you're fucking still listening and you didn't get your top 10 rated, drop it down below and we'll...
Yeah, we want to go over those.
It was fun. I think, definitely inflation is hitting even the rating markets because we were very nice.
Jimmy Hoffa.
That's who it is.
Yeah.
I knew.
Not Jerry Maguire.
I was so close.
They made
was
a
on the
movie
tip of my
about
tongue
him
the whole time. Anywho, thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the flippity floop. Bye.
All right, bye.